What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're in a little bit different of a starting spot here for a new inventory showcase video. Specifically for this 2014 200 series LX570. I have my dent guy, paintless dent guy, in my warehouse, and he's banging on metal, and I wanted to save all of you guys from hearing that. So wanted to start out here in my office where it's nice and quiet and you can actually hear me. So again, today we got a 2014 200 series LX570. This car has just over 152,000 miles on it. This is a one-owner car. It's been in the Houston, Texas area since new, and as always, as most of my cars do, really good service history to go along with it. This car is going to be comparably priced to the black on black 200 series LX I have listed right now. So as always, we are going to start with our monitors, show off that this car will pass emissions in all 50 states. Excuse me, for you sight unseen buyers, and then we'll do our normal thing. Again, I'm trying to speed these videos up, still be thorough, but speed them up a little bit. So would love some feedback to hear from you guys. If you have any suggestions or thoughts, would love to hear that. So without further ado, I am going to walk out front. We're going to hook up the scanner and get going. All right, so here we are outside, and we will hook our old trusty scanner up and start this thing up. So there we are. All 9 monitors are ready to be tested. We have no stored data in any of the DTCs, and this car will pass emissions in all 50 states, so nothing to worry about there. And we will take a step outside. One thing I'd like to start with, on the windshield, there are a couple spots. Let me try to point it out. Right here, let me do this from the outside actually. So, right here, these have been repaired. So I did have a glass guy come out and fill them with the injectable whatever they use. And I think there's one more right up here. So again, those have been filled, but they are there. They don't ever go away. But they will seal them so they won't spread unless something hits it directly in that spot. So here we go. Let's start under the hood. And as always, not much to see under the hood of a 200 series 570, but a bunch of plastic. Everything sounds as it should. Sounds like a normal 5.7. Got our hood pad under here looking nice. Factory stickers. All right, so here we are on the front bumper. I did have the front bumper and the hood painted on this car. So all of that is looking really nice and fresh, as you can see. You know, black cars are hard to keep rock chips, road debris, environmental things off the car as time goes on. And for me personally, it drives me crazy, so I like to go ahead and get all that fixed. Headlights are in great shape. You are seeing a little stress cracking. Let me see if I can get this. Let me try it from this angle. There we go. You can see on this top edge up here. If you watch my videos, I talk about that often. Again, this car being in Houston, Texas, very hot environment. It's not unusual to see. but it's very minor. There's no fading, no cracking, nothing like that going on. That's just on the top surface. We'll come back to the hood. So we have our normal little fading going on the grill right here. This is plastic, and this will just fade over time. Typically, you're only going to see it on these top bars, and you don't really see it on the lower part because they don't have as much sun exposure, as I say that, except for right there. But nothing major, kind of normal. I'm conditioned to seeing that. A little bit of fading going on here on the Radar Cruise itself. And our front-facing camera looks nice. And we'll turn that on here in just a minute. Here's our passenger headlight, much like the driver's side. Let's see if I can. This one doesn't look quite as bad, but there is just a little bit of light cracking going on from the factory coating there. Hood, again, just got painted, so there is literally nothing to say about it, but you can see my sign in the reflection. Look how nice everything looks as I go back and forth. In paintwork, especially on black cars, you want to look for waviness, and the waves you're seeing as I go side to side are the body lines on the hood. Everything looks great here on the hood. You got a fresh hood and a fresh bumper, so that's nice. Moving on to the fender, a few little touch-up spots right here. There's one right there. There's one right here. Do have one right here in the middle of the fender. Outside of that, that's really all we got going on the fender. The side of the car looks great. We do have some touch-up spots that I'll go over here in just a minute. I'm just trying to show that the side of the car is looking fantastic. Wipe this off. It has been raining here today, so a lot of times they bring it back from detail. It'll have wax and whatnot all over it, but let me get out of the way here. Do have a few little touch-up spots here, here. Do have a few spots running up the A-pillar here. All kind of normal wear and tear, what I would say normal wear and tear. Everything looks really nice down here. Do have a few touch-up spots right here on the top of this trim. The rear trim looks great. So on our dog leg right here, just running up in this area, you do have a few little spots, as you can see. Right here. Sorry. And right here. There's also one right here on the quarter. And we have a light one. Where did I see it? Right here. Outside of that, the side of the car is in really nice shape. Let me hit this front wheel. So you are seeing a little bit of light streaking going on the wheel. You can kind of see a little bit. That's not uncommon to see. That's from people spraying, whether it be degreaser, wheel acid, the wrong product on the wheel. But it's very minor. There's no curb marks, no rash, nothing like that going on. And as you see, it does have a nice set of Michelin latitudes on it. Plenty of life left there. This rear wheel looks pretty much identical to the front. No curbing, no nothing going on there, just light streaking on it. Again, nothing major. There's our tread. Coming around to this rear bumper, you're seeing the exhaust right here. That is not anything wrong with the bumper. Everything looks good back here. The tow hitch cover, wipe off this condensation. Do have a streak right here that has been touched up, and just a little bit in the middle as well. Turn sides here. Bottom part of the gate itself is in great shape. Really nothing to say about there. The top part is in good shape. Does have two little streaks right here that have scratches, I should say, that have been touched up. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. They're very minor, and it's kind of hard to get them. There they are. But outside of that, everything looks really nice back here. Very little wear going on up in here, which is a common wear spot on these. We will look in our storage, and as you see, we've got a nice little wheel lock there. Factory tow, the lights for the hitch, your plugs for the hitch. Excuse me. And then these are for the floor. When you under the floor mats, these are for the floor that will protect the carpet itself. You have your factory cargo mats, so everything you need is in there. And our toolkit is going to be over here. There are going to be pictures of this on the website. I'm not going to take it out just because it's a pain in the butt to get back in there, but everything is intact. Factory first aid kit, and there's our jack. So you have everything you need to get your spare down, change the tire. All of our plastic looks really nice back here. The interior on this car is in great shape. Back of our third row looks fantastic. Same thing with our carpet back here. There is no cargo mat, as you see. Third row headrest is intact, and that goes right there. So let's fold these seats down. And everything back here looks really nice. Back of these third row seats, or the bottom I should say, look really good. Minor scuffing going on the feet right here, but very minor. And the bottom of this seat looks nice as well. No tears along the edges, which you will see from time to time. Same thing over here. Everything looks really good there. Try to hop in here. Our wood looks to be in good shape for our center console armrest for the rear. Small little indentions on the back of the trim right here, which is to be expected. Same thing over here, but all in all, looks really nice back here. Same thing with our headliner. Headliner's in great shape. And the rest of our floor looks really nice. So there is that. Let me get this out of the way. Well, if I can get it out of the way, sorry. And there's our power closing gate working as it should. Bumper over here looks really nice. All of our fitments look good. This thing cleaned up really well. Looks nice. So our front wheel, right front wheel, I don't really see any streaking going on this wheel. And no curbing, no rash, nothing like that going on. Get your tread depth on the latitudes over here. Same thing with this right rear wheel. This right rear wheel is in perfect condition, no streaking, nothing like that. So for whatever reason, just that driver's side shows minor streaking going on the wheels. Do have, wipe off this little touch up right here. Do have some light right here on this edge and one right there. Step bar below the trim right there, all looks really nice. Nothing to write home about. And I don't remember seeing a lot on this side. I know there's one right here, a little spot, touched up. And where did I see the other one? Oh yeah, a couple spots right here on the fender. Outside of that, we do have some on the top of the fender right here. There's a couple spots on this general area, as you see. There's also a spot here and a few spots here as it runs into the pillar itself. As we walk up the pillar, you do have some spots running up the pillar, as you see, that have all been touched up. But it stops right about here. And everything else looks really nice up there on the rail. So again, very minor touch up on this car for a black car. I probably could have left the hood and the front bumper, but I just wanted to do it. Everything looks, other than our humidity, do have some touch-up spots up here that you're seeing right there. And as we move over to this side as well, the rest of the roof looks really nice. There's not any damage or anything going on up here. Everything looks really nice. No denting. Crossbars are intact. So here's our passenger front door panel. And going right to the edges, everything looks really nice. Armrest, pull handle, great condition. All of our wood right here looks really nice. We don't have any lifting or peeling going on anywhere. So the window works as it should. Our jambs look really nice here. Not super scuffed up or anything. Seat plastic looks great. Well, let me show. Under the carpet, everything looks nice under the carpet. Brand new set of all-weather mats from Lexus. Seat does go forward, and it does come back. It does recline, and it does come back up. All of our leather looks really nice here. Just a little bit of light wear here on this edge. Not anything to write home about. Side of our console's in great shape. Do have one little scuff right there. Do have some minor scuffing going on below the wood right there. But our glove box door looks great, and that is very light up here. You do see right here on this silver trim, you do see a little bit of chipping going on. But all of our wood looks really nice. There's no lifting from the heat. Everything looks to be in great shape there. And we've got our Bible, full set of books sitting in there. So it looks good up here. Door edges look really nice. Same thing with our armrest and our pulls. All of our wood right here looks nice. All of our wood on top of the panel looks nice, no lifting. Jam's in good shape. There is a small little dent in this jam right here. There's not anything you can do about dents like that in the jam. So that's just kind of how that's going to be, but not anything major. Back seats are in great shape. Seat does slide forward and it does slide back. Looks really nice back here. Back of our passenger seat looks to be in great shape. Let me do two quick things. Let me flick on the rear DVD. To do that, you just hit over twice, rear, power. And let me fold down these rear seats so we can show those off. And as you can see, our DVDs are up and rolling, or our rear entertainment, I should say. Third row seats are in great shape. There is your standard seatbelt indentions in the seats from the seats being folded up. You can clearly tell these third row seats have really not been used. Carpet under the middle row seat and the bottom of our middle row seat. All looks normal and good, the way that it should. Carpet all looks really nice. Let me try to pull down the armrest. This is the middle row armrest. Two headsets and a remote and a working cup holder. Here is the back of our consoles in great shape, not all messed up. All of our buttons intact, volume buttons both there. So everything works as it should back here for the rear air. Vent registers are intact and not broken. Console looks in great shape. And we'll keep moving here. Door panel looks great. All of our edges not scuffed up. As I said, the interior on this car is in really good shape. They took care of it in here. It's pretty obvious. All of our wood looks really nice up here. No peeling, anything like that going on. Jamb all looks nice. There's no denting or anything going on over here. So our seat does slide forward and it does slide back. Looks really nice there. Carpet looks great. Back of the driver's seat looks fantastic. There's our DVD for the driver's side. Better shot of the third row from this side. And carpet underneath the left rear seat. All looks good as it should. All right. Driver's door panel, most importantly. Do have some minor scuffing going on right here, but I'm talking minor. Edges look really nice. Armrest and pull look really nice. We don't have a bunch of indentions and scrape marks going on up here. All of our wood up here looks nice. We don't have any lifting going on here. Typically it'll lift around this memory seat switch, and all that looks really nice. Jamb's in great shape. Seat plastic all looks really nice. Seat does go forward, does go back, and it does recline. It does come back up. Seat's in great shape. Do have some slight wear right here on the bottom part of this seat. All this is original though. Side of our console looks nice. Top of our console, all that looks great. So let me hop in and turn the heat down. And we're gonna 4-zone it. Okay. All right. Now let me get this out of the cool box. We have one of the seat plastic things for the rear, third row in the cool box. It's just so you can hear that it is on and working. Both of our armrests do slide forward and do slide back as they should. Cup holder does open, and everything looks nice here. We don't have any lifting going on here. Everything looks good there. All of our trim and everything around here looks really nice. You are seeing a little bit of lifting going on this shift knob right there. Everything works correctly as it should there. Cigarette lighter's got some weird stuff on it. It's not from lighting something, but it's not from, I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. There are no odors in this car, or anything to worry about as far as that goes. I've got to get some cold air going in here. It is about 8 million degrees in here. There we go, better. So I know everybody just saw me kind of mess around with the climate control. Everything works as it should here. audio.
One of their starting receivers went out to replace it over and over.
Everything works as it should there. We'll scroll through some channels. You know, I don't have the radio on in these videos because I don't want to get copyrighted by YouTube. But rest assured, everything does work. Satellite is currently active. Doesn't mean it will be when one of you gets it, but it is currently active. All right, so backup camera. All looks good, works as it should. And we'll go ahead and hit our front-facing camera and our side view. Everything works as it should there. So our sunroof is up. We will put it down and we will slide it open. And we'll slide it closed. All of our switches down here look good. Our park assist, front facing camera, steering wheel's in great shape. Do have a little bit of like discoloring going on here, but not anything major. This side looks totally fine. All of our buttons across here, none of them are peeling. Everything looks great there. Our wood grain's in fantastic shape. Steering wheel does go up, does come down, does come out to me, and it does go back in. So there's our dash. As you see, the tire pressure light is on, and per the usual, it's got a sensor out somewhere. And that's how it's being sold. So here's our mirrors. Both of our mirrors are out. And you heard that pop because I accidentally manually forced it closed. So we'll come back out. And there you go. So we will toggle the left, out, down, in, and up. Same thing with the passenger side. Out, down, in, and up. Alright, so everything works as it should there. Heated steering wheel does come on, but it's way too hot for that right now. Blinkers do work. Hazards work. Horn works. Alright, so let's go ahead and bump it. As you see, our active height control right here tells us we're in the neutral position. We're going to bump it up to high. And as soon as it gets done doing its thing, we'll hop out and take a look. There we are. And there we are in the high position, sitting up like a mountain. Let's take a look at the undercarriage while it's up. Brand new spare. Everything looks really nice under here. Spare's never been on the ground. That's how you want them to look. No rust, no corrosion, no nothing to worry about under there. Steering rack looks great. CV axles look great. Skid plate, no rust. Same thing over here. Everything looks really nice underneath the car, so nothing to worry about there. So we will go down to the low position. As you see, we're still in high. We're going to bump it down to low. There we are. And there you are in low. So our active height control works as it should. So let's check. We're going to go back up to the neutral position. When you go into drive on these, once you get over, I believe it's 10 miles an hour, the car will automatically put itself back in the neutral position. I just don't like to do it while it's driving. I know that's what it's made to do, but something about it won't let me do that, and there we are in the neutral position. So we're going to shift into 4 low, and to do that we are going to go into neutral, and we are going to bump this little bad boy down. And then there we are. We can see 4 low. We can see all of our multi-terrain select options that we can toggle through. And we're not going to do that right now, but all of that works as it should. Same thing to come back out of 4 low. We're just going to push and bump forward, and we are back in 4 high. So we know we engage 4 low. We know that our actuator is not stuck and that all is normal there. So let's go for a ride, shall we? And we're going to be listening for drivetrain noise as normal, any kind of wheel bearing noise, really any unusual noises. We're going to check the brakes, make sure our steering wheel is nice and firm as we get onto the brakes. And I can tell you again what I'm not doing. And here we go. Hands off the wheel. A little crown in the road right here, but hands off the wheel, no shaking. Car's tracking as it should. The road's pulling it that way. Still don't have the hands on the wheel. We're going to get on the brakes. Look how solid the steering wheel is on the brakes. We have no rotor shake going on. Brakes feel great. This car does have great service history, as most of my cars do. It's also just been serviced at Cherokee County Toyota in preparation for the sale. So you're not going to have to do anything right off the bat to whoever buys this car. If you don't have a digital speedometer, that is such a cool feature. I don't have one in my car. I wish I did. Hands off the wheel. Well, you got to put it on the wheel. So same thing again. We will get on the brakes with no hands on the wheel once I can get it straight. There we go. Got to get in the turning lane. Everything feels really nice here. No wheel bearing noise, no odd drivetrain noise, anything like that going on. Here we are. Let's see if I can whip it in here. Should have enough room to get it in a spot. All right, so the last thing I want to do is what I normally do. We're going to check for good wheel lock actuators and remote start on this car. First year on the LXs for LED fog lights. So we're going to hit lock 3 times. We're going to check this remote start. So it does not have factory remote start, but I also did another thing there. We checked the door lock actuators. If you have actuators that have failed, you will not get any kind of beep feedback when you go to lock it. It will just lock. So I can't really test them because any door I go up to, it's automatically going to unlock. For those of you who know how I normally do my door lock actuators. But rest assured, there are no issues there. So that's it with this car. Again, this car's been just outside of Houston since new. It's a one-owner car, just over 152,000 miles. Really nice car, clean car inside and out, and I think it's going to be priced very well, all things considered. So this should be on the website here in the next day or so. And as always, feel free to reach out, chris@hilsonluxury.com, or you can call me at 678-454-6060, and we'll look forward to talking to one of you guys soon.